to own it. Just wanted to take the time, learn all the things that I could about you. Now it's such a mess here. Oh, we are just stressed here. Used to be so easy with you.
Today, tell us about this place.
Hello, my name is Lady G, and I am a leather artist. I do ritual leather work, so working with a lot of different hides and a lot of different tannings to be able to create magic. It's been amazing getting to be here.
Oh, you got a panorama a little bit so they can see, the audience can see like what's happening.
Welcome to the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally, 84th annual.
Oh, and behind, because that's really cool, because there's always a concert going on, like, right there, right?
Yeah.
Like, all... So you get to hear good music all day, too.
Yeah, it's cool.
You get to see bikes, hear music.
Yeah.
You have a really terrible job here.
Yeah. And there's been bike shows every day that we've been here, so there's just bikes.
Do you
cool
ride?
Bikes. I don't ride. I ride bicycles, so that's embarrassing here.
Yeah, I like bicycle with training wheels, so you don't feel bad.
Nice.
Okay, so this is like, oh my gosh, tell us about this.
So I think that my dream when I remember being a little kid coming to the Sturgis Rally, because I grew up here, was this like long-breasted woman that was bigger, and she had like blue puppy dog painted tits. And I was so excited. And then she had these hot pants on with all this white leather. So my homage to Sturgis this year is definitely like taking that into bringing some white fringe, bringing some white bags, which are inside. But I make harnesses. I work with fur. This is a bison vest.
I wish you guys could feel how soft this is right now. Oh my gosh, this is like, if I fell asleep on this, I mean, I would never wake up. I'd just be like, oh.
It's so thick too. Yeah, we all need a little thickness in our lives.
Okay, so explain this. This is like an accessory?
These are, I mean, now that I've, you carry so much stuff around with you and you don't know what they are, but I'm like, can this be a thing eventually? I do Renaissance fairs too, so it's been,
How fun.
But I'm also trying to capture a buck. So I'm out here, come on, little Bucky. Little Bucky. All right.
But my biggest fascination when I met you was that you make these. Tell us about the detail, the work that goes into making these.
Yeah. So everything is it's all hand punched. It's hand cut.
How long does something like this take roughly?
I would say, so I use an old dehydrator, like an old 70s dehydrator, because I'll paint these pieces here and then I'll put them in the dehydrator, and it's like leather is almost like watercolor where it absorbs and absorbs and absorbs so you can layer. So I would say that in a day I could probably make like 4 or 5 bags, but that's if I'm ready to go, but I'll sit and paint because you can make some really cool layerings, like this piece. This is my like winter mushroom piece, and it's cut and carved, and this is leather. This like sparkle shit is leather, but it's cut and carved, and then you go through and paint. So it's a very detailed process, and we can sit down and I can show you a little bit too.
And, people can't see, but these prices are really good because you're saying it's almost like you can't put a price on your time. Yeah. And like, all of these are like, under a couple hundred. These are like really well priced. So I'm like, wow, girl.
I know. People here have been like, let's buy more,
And by the way, everybody, you guys can order this anywhere because, we do Central Valley stuff. So mainly, so you guys, everyone in the Central Valley can order from her.
Yep.
So what's your online store?
Yeah, so I'm Lady G CCC on Instagram, and then Lady G Accessories that's on Facebook. So those are the 2 places that you can find me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what's like the shipping? It's like just a little extra for shipping. How does that all work?
Anything over $100 is free shipping. Yeah, done. I mean, I'm simple.
Let's do it.
Okay, yeah.
Guys. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So I do also like some of my favorite pieces right now are these leather cuffs, and they're on Etsy, but don't go to Etsy. I mean, Etsy's kind of taking a little bit extra right now.
Oh, these are so cool right now because these are the kind of gifts you give like men and women. I'm always thinking for like man jewelry too, Right. Like, and so this is cool.
and I made a bat, which I'm really excited about. You know, just like when you're here and you're playing, there's so much stuff to be.
I cosplay Catwoman a lot. I would totally wear the bat. Yes.
Oh,
my
okay.
gosh, yes.
That's cool. Well, and I'm doing custom pieces, so I measure your wrist. You can measure your wrist at home too and send it in to me, and then I make it and ship it out to you.
Oh,
so
that's right, guys. Yeah, don't forget the custom. So yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So a little bit of this. There's charms as well. So just like, you know, little paintings that have taught me tooling, how to do all the tools. I know, right? Yeah.
Wow.
But
This is
was
super impressive.
This was the moment where I was like, I need to make my like blue puppy dog painted mamas, like bring that like white leather mama back, you know? They were like the ones that stood out. So yeah, so happy. But they're handmade, so they are like hand laced, so everything can be replaced if anything ever happens with them, which is really nice. So, and you don't need a machine to fix them.
And you make all sizes, right? I see some for me. You saw me come in with a big.
Oh yeah.
I need the big one.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah. So you know, so you've got like nice big pieces that, and I'm working on harnesses. We talked about harnesses out front a little bit. That's the next big thing that I'm like, I've been getting to have like these deep sexual conversations with people in open markets, which have just been, I don't know, I feel like it's such a beautiful way to connect with people. So I'm learning a lot about people's sex lives just by selling harnesses, and I love it. I'm like, let the freedom of, you know, sexual freedom be free.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
We got everything here. It's a one-stop shop, guys. Ellen, the earrings are so cool, and I love that they match accessories. So, guys, if you get a handbag, you have to get earrings to match.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, guys, so get earrings to match your handbags right over here. Tell us about these babies.
So I keep them real long because I feel, you know, some extra long fringe is really fun, but also I can trim them. You know, people have sent in like exact lengths and colors that they'd like to do. I do a lot of custom pieces while people are here, and I just pre-cut a bunch of pieces out and bring them through. But yeah, I'm like, what else do we have?
The detail on this stuff, I mean, this looks so freaking detailed.
Right. So we have everything that you see here in this booth is handmade. There's Red Rocks Mail, which is chain mail. There's Tate Artworks, and they do metal sculptures as well as miniature macrame pieces, and they do leather work. There is Stone and Steel, which does knives, part of this artisan group, because everything here is handmade.
I don't know if you guys can see how sturdy this is, but this is like only 120, and this is like so sturdy. This could almost be a weapon in a way.
Yeah, right? It's a
love
beast.
it. That is so sturdy.
Well, and these are done. This is done with my friend Adam, and they're done with titanium, and he will color them with electricity in the water.
That is so freaking cool.
And how many? There's like 56 different colors in this one piece here. Welcome to the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. Can you hear anything?
I love this thing.
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah.
cool. Okay, so let's go see what we got over here.
All right. Should I go over on this side? So this is Tate Artworks, and Monkey does all of the wire wrapping here. Ooh. Isn't that amazing? I know.
Wow.
I know. These pieces, this is Stone and Steel.
Wow. These are handmade.
They're handmade.
How much are these?
These are, we just got
Roughly.
them in, so.
Roughly-ish.
I think they're around like $200. Something around
Everything is so, I can't
I
even
know.
believe the prices here. This is like crazy. Like like I said, it's just like you can't put a price on the time it takes to hand make stuff like this.
It's like South Dakota pricing in South Dakota instead of tourist pricing for this event, which I'm like, you know, I'm shopping and there's not a lot of hand makers that are here, you know.
Right.
Lots of t-shirts, lots of merch, lots of like those pieces, but the handmade stuff that used to be around, it takes time, and I mean, my biggest thing right now is go find like an elder and learn something from them, whether it's the recipes or the handcrafts or the farming knowledge that we're losing. I just think that all of that in that community connection is so important. So, metalwork, like who do you know that's doing metalwork?
Right.
It's things are moving on. So
remember, you guys can order this so we can all have this anywhere.
yeah, right?
Are these belt buckles?
Belt buckles, and
Oh my God.
they're found agates in the Black Hills, and then he shines them up. So cool.
They're like one of a kind gifts. I mean, these are like when you're really trying to think of like that special someone that you just want to get them that they don't have out of the box. And I love out of the box stuff, and this is the out of the box stuff that you can like give that really like.
And I mean, everybody that's here does custom work. So if anybody has ideas, things that they want to like specify to be able to gift, that's what everyone.
What are the craziest customs you've ever done?
I've had multiple cock ring options now that I'm trying to figure out a good design because I don't want to like hurt people.
That's what I've said. Wow, that's really shocking.
But
you have to do some research on that, huh?
I know. I was like, I don't want to like pinch anything in there. But that's been, yeah.
What's all this stuff?
So these are all of the pieces that Monkey does. Like this is a $1,200 opal that is. It's just such a cool piece.
Wow.
Yep.
Are a lot of these like necklaces? They're made so we can put them around us straight.
Yep, they can be pendants. They can, I mean,
And then you could do the metal work to make it match this part if I wanted to.
Yep. And if you have a stone that you want wrapped, he will do that work for you.
That's cool. So if you guys found some stuff and you're like, this would be really cool on like a this or a that, they could do it.
So when I first met Stacy and Monkey, this is the piece. I remember at one point it was like, I mean, just the $300 price tag was nothing. When you take a look at how much work. So this is mini macrame. Wow. So it's got like and it's Brazilian wax cord, I believe. So that it lasts forever. We've had people come in that have bought the rings last year, and they're coming back saying like, I'm a hairdresser, it lasts forever, I like my hands are in the water all the time. So that's
the stuff I need. I'm very rough.
Right, I know. Yeah. So these are just, I mean, I think that this work that she's doing, her name is Stacy, and she just does beautiful work.
We have weapons, jewelries, accessories. I mean, I know. One-stop shop. I love it.
Yeah.
So is this for sale or is this for looks?
That one's for sale too. I think he has that priced at $2. I know. I was like,
everything's very affordable.
Yeah.
Okay, so how long should when we want things shipped out? What's the time frame on that? Especially a lot of people are for California.
Right. Well, I think that it just depends on what the piece is. Is it a custom piece that is going to be made? That'll take a little bit of time.
If somebody would like something right now and they want to get one of these pieces.
Less than a week.
Okay.
We can get it shipped. I mean, Sturgis has shipping. We are ready to go. Everything that's here, we can pack up and get it sent out.
How much are these bison bags? So soft.
I know, they're so great. So the smaller ones start at $40, and then the big ones go up to $100.
Okay, so my question is, if a lot of stuff gets stuck in it, I feel like I'd be the person that gets everything stuck in it.
Well, and I have people that are, people are loving them.
Do you get us a brush to like?
Yeah.
Do we have a bison brush?
Oh, that's a great idea.
I've never owned bison first.
Right? That's pretty great. I will work on that. I love that idea though. I'm like, and now this is, the Icelandic sheep is a long-haired sheep, and so as it mats, it will it's like pretty thick.
Oh, I'm gonna be the person that messes everything up.
But I was like, imagine having a little brush to like keep it nice.
Oh my gosh, I love this.
Yeah.
So you come every year to Sturgis. So what are you doing when you're not here?
Events. So I do.
You don't have a store.
I don't have a store. Yep, I do pop-ups. I travel quite a bit, going to different shows. The oddities and curiosities markets that are around. Have you seen those yet? Dude, They're cool. They're
Get out more.
They are weird, and they're like the one that's happening in Denver, I think, has raccoon taxidermy that you can like sit down and learn. So the oddities and curiosities is my like, I'm an event director as well, so I have these like dream events that I want to put on, and finding the right niche here in South Dakota, first of all, as well as in like, you know, I want to create the right space for everything. So.
And you're like, I love it because you're like doing anything, you know so much, and you're all about learning more new stuff. I love that about you.
Yeah. And I mean, part of my thing is Skillshare. Everyone has a skill. You've got a skill, you've got a skill. Like, how do we all share in that space and teach each other so that we can? I mean, it's like the kids thing. Everybody, it's all good. Yeah. This is security. What's up? Hey, what's up, security?
She's what keeps us safe around here at Sturgis.
Yeah, I know. Thank you.
You need anything? You good?
I'm good. Yeah, thank you.
Bye, guys.
No, it's all
There's
good.
a lot of vendors. How many vendors are in this little space?
There is body painting. There's tattoos. There is, I wish that I knew his name. There is like maybe like a religious / cyber punk motor punk guy next to us that's making like welded pieces, and then jewelry and merch up front for the Iron Horse and the Broken Spoke, which are both the same in Sturgis back here.
So are these rugs for looks or are they for sale?
Oh, they're for sale. Everything that's in here is for
So
sale.
that must cost a little bit to ship it.
Yep.
These are nice. So how much is that rug?
That's from Brazil, brought back from Brazil by Monkey and Stacy of Tate Artworks, and that one I think they're pricing at $670.
Oh my God, that is so. Honestly, if I had that, I would never need to sleep in a bed again.
I know.
Wow,
Well,
that is so gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I have some Black Hills, like long-haired mountain goats. So it's kind of like that Icelandic sheep. And those are what I sleep on. And I sleep on a beaver. Because everyone needs to sleep on a beaver.
Everybody needs to if you're lucky enough. And those axes over there, so it comes with like the feathers.
Those are also, I think he said they're pipes too when he brought them here.
Can you grab? Oh no, I don't want you to cut. Do you have one? Do you have a loose one or no? If you don't have a loose one, that's okay. We can just zoom in on it. I don't want you to have to. Don't take it off.
Okay. I don't know how it's a pipe. I wonder if it's a pipe.
Yeah, we'll just zoom in. Let's not get crazy. Cut him off for the buying customer.
Right? I know, like, aha. Cool.
Okay, so you said, what do you mean it's a pipe and an axe?
Well, I think he said that this end you smoke out of, and it comes off. I don't.
No way. That looks cool. I think
Come apart. Okay. I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry.
Wow. That's the coolest multi-purpose thing I've ever seen. How much do those go for?
I have no idea.
I like it.
Like I'm like here. This is how what? So like 200.
So while you're here, you're working on the next thing because you have like little trinkets. You're not just fixing; you're working on your next piece.
Right. Well, I fixed someone's sandal yesterday. She like busted her flip-flop, and so I cut a hole in the bottom of her shoe and riveted her like leather piece back together for her, which is awesome. And I've done like someone had a buckskin, like deer skin full shirt, and he came in and I was like, dude, that shirt is cool. And he was like, yeah, but the collar was like slapping him while he was riding all the way here from Canada. And so I stitched it down in a couple places. So there's a lot of really cool custom work that people are just like, hey, can you work on this for me? I've also denied a couple like really intense like belt repairs that are gonna take up a lot of time. I could do quick repairs, but you know, sitting down and making like a complete hand stitch belt's gonna be a little bit more than.
Right. Well, this is embarrassing, but I'll bring out my purse. My purse is just bad. But look at this is the kind of stuff. These straps I've always.
Right?
I barely am. Yes, I wear out everything I have.
Yeah.
These straps. Say, hey, I just want straps.
Yep, we can do that.
She can put the strap on for you.
Or send me your bag. If you send me your bag, I can make it happen. Like, I'm fixing wallets, I'm fixing like.
Oh, because sometimes that's even easier than buying it back. Because I like my kind of like big stuff that I have, and if you could like put it all around and repatch.
Exactly. Right?
Oh my God, you're my new best friend. I love you, girl.
Do you want to be on the TV?
Don't worry, it's nothing crazy.
Okay.
Just wave.
Yeah. But this is. Can I introduce you? Okay, so this is Stacy from Tate Artworks, and she's the one that does all of that incredible macrame that we looked at.
That's what we've been talking about.
And then we do the wire wrapping as well.
You're the macrame maker. You're the one that does all that. That's so.
It's micro macrame, and we do it with the Brazilian wax string. So
I love it.
yeah, so we got like crocodile stuff, fossils. All of our stones are real. The leatherwork on demand kind of thing.
Love it. And I love this Eiffel Tower back there. Oh my God. You guys made that? That is so badass.
Yeah.
Well, this is so cool. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Like, I love this. And then, so I have your Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay, what about yours, girl? Stacey, do you have one?
What was that?
What's your Instagram when people want to order stuff? A lot of people are watching this one.
Tate Lakotas for Wind Artworks.
That's your Insta? Yeah. So people can DM you and they can order it.
Instagram, Facebook, and our website's www.tateartworks.weebly.com.
How do you spell Tate again?
Tate, T-A-T-E. It's like a Tate, but Tate is just Lakota.
And oh my gosh, the earrings, girl! Like, what the heck? Like,
Yeah.
where did you make those?
This is a friend of ours that does this, but yeah.
All I can say is, wow, thank you guys so much for talking to me today. And then everyone's got to come next year to Sturgis.
Yeah.
Order from these ladies.
Cool. Thank you.
So we are here at Sturgis today, and I have Tom with me. So Tom, tell us about your company and what you do.
We market and sell dust suppressants and de-icers all over the western United States for the highway departments, counties, cities, mining industries, and any private entity. But mostly we do is for the counties and cities and states for the de-icers and the dust suppressants. Both. We apply products to the highways or to the dirt roads to keep the dust down and stabilize the road.
So you basically keep the roads clean.
Yes, we try to keep the dust down for over a long period of time and stabilize the road so the road stays smooth and doesn't blow all their aggregate off the road.
So who's your competition? Do you have like other people that do the same stuff?
Oh yes, there's other companies out there. We're probably the second largest in the western United States.
What makes you different?
We have our own equipment. We have our own technicians, labs that can analyze the soils, so we know exactly what to put on it and to help the people with their problem.
Isn't your product a little bit different than other products that are out there? Because you work with somebody that gives you a specific product, right?
Yes, we do. We blend a lot of our own products. They're proprietary, I guess, to us, and we've been doing this for almost 30 some years, so we know what product works on what soils. So we make sure we get the right product for the right condition.
So where you do this like all over the country, right?
Yes, we have offices and yards in Wyoming, New Mexico, Arizona. We're setting back up in Texas, and we go all over the western United States, basically.
That's pretty cool. So there's no state you guys won't go to? Not like Hawaii or Alaska, right?
Well, we do have limitations because we can only do so much,
Right.
and we only have so much equipment. So we have all our own applicator trucks, specialized applicator trucks that we use in the mines. So we stay busy. So we gotta kind of stay in our area. So we can. It's all about what do I say? Service. Service is a big thing, and if you can't service the customer, they don't want you.
That makes sense.
Yes.
So you've been around California, right? A lot of our viewers are from California. It's a California show. But like,
Right.
what have you done in California?
We have sprayed some dust spreads in California. I sprayed some up around. Can't remember the name of the town. It was a big field. Hot water. What do you call it?
Hot
Gosh.
springs.
It was there's a name for it. Anyway, we've sprayed there. I've sprayed down in the San Diego area. We've done a lot of work in California. We do a lot of de-icing in California. Big Bear.
Right.
It's what we do. We have a product that comes out of southern Utah. It's less corrosive than other salts, and this is what they put on the highways to keep the highways safe and clean in the wintertime. But so yeah, we do work in California. California's a little tougher state to work in, though.
Why? What are the challenges of California? I know we're difficult, but what are some of the challenges?
Oh, the regulations in California are a little different than other states, so you got to make sure that you're compliant. Everything that you take in their equipment, everything is compliant with California laws, and that can be a little tough sometimes compared to other states.
That makes sense. So, but you are open. If they need you, you'll be there.
Yes. Oh yeah. We have our sales force does go to California.
Oh, wow.
And they do talk to people in California. We just don't do as much as we used to there.
So what are some of like the weird stuff they make you do? You said that your tires have to be a certain way and the weight.
The tire, you got to have green tires. The log regulations for the drivers is a little different, and there's just some different regulations that you don't have in other states that are hard to comply to when you're not used to going in there.
Right, that makes sense. And then what's really cool is you said you've helped a lot of people with like that have had problems like with the fire damage. We have a lot of fires. That's what made me think about. Like you've never come to. We're known for our fires. So what are some of the people that you've helped with their fires?
Oh, we've just volunteered for fires like the Ruidoso, New Mexico fire that just happened this summer. We took a load of fire relief, like water and supplies down to them with one of our trucks, helped them with that. We've done that in Arizona, the fire in Arizona that was really bad, that took the lives of the firemen that year. That's been about 4 or 5 years ago. And some fires we've had in New Mexico, we've helped with that.
So what were some of the things you did to help?
What was that again?
What were some of the things that you did to help them?
Oh, mostly we help with just gathering what they need. Food, water, stuff like that. It has nothing to do with what we really do in our business, but we have the means of the transportation to get it there to them and to help out with it. We went as far as Missouri. When the Missouri had their floods, we took 2 loads, semi-loads, into Missouri to help the people that were flooded out and lost their homes and everything.
Wow, so is this like a charity? That's
Yeah.
really nice. It's nice to give back. I mean, you guys
Yeah,
are the company.
we get
That's
back
really
into
sweet.
the community. Yeah.
Wow. And so who knows to call upon you or you to call somebody up?
No, we've got different contacts that get a hold of us, but
Because they know you have the resources.
yes, we do a lot of work with the government and the county, states, cities. So that's where it usually starts.
That's really cool. So what are some of the things you guys are looking to expand or do with your company? Because you said you have different ports in different places and a sales team.
Yeah, we have expanded our railroad part. We ship a lot of our products on the railroad, so we're building new railroad facilities in Arizona and expanding some in probably Texas. And we run our own fleet of railroad cars that we haul our products in. So that's a big thing right now. That's to be competitive. We have to use the railroad to help the freight of the product out.
So who exactly hires you? Like, how do people come about, and what's the first step?
A lot of county people, road and bridge people in the county hire us to help them with their roads, to stabilize their roads, because they're to hold down their dust and to keep their aggregate and their gravel on the roads longer, so they don't have to keep every year doing it. So we go in, we have consultants. I'm one of them, and go in, analyze their problem, and try to get them the best results of what we have. We have different products for different roads, so we try to go in and analyze it all for them, put it back together for them, and get them on a program so they can save money instead of spend money, basically.
That's really cool. So regardless, when they get somebody to come in and check that out, they'll be telling them what to do, whether or not they go with you.
Yes, the first thing we do is show them that we want to see how much they're spending on their roads a year, and then we show them what we can do for them to save them money with what we do, our products and everything. In the long haul, down the road, they got to look down in the future and see how much it's going to save them instead of cost them.
Is there ever a problem you couldn't fix? Was there ever someone like, oh no, you're better off without us?
Well, there's always that one situation. There's a lot of steep hills and different things that you got to say you just can't do it.
Okay.
There is things. There's a lot that goes on with building a road. So,
but for the most part,
we can pretty much take care of about anything. I've never seen nothing we couldn't. There's been a few. I should say that there's been a few that you just got to say, we can't help you with this. You have a major problem. You got to redo your whole thing. But no, overall we've cured some pretty big problems.
That's really cool that you just have people that can come out and help like that.
Yes, that's probably what puts us a step above the other people, because we do have hands-on people that go out and help them. And then we have a lot of this is liquid, and we have storage tanks. We have probably over 400 storage tanks that we take out on the job, so we can put all our product on the job before we start, so you're not waiting on trucks and product, so we can get the job done quickly and in and out off the road.
400 storage tanks?
Yes.
Where are all those at?
Oh, they're scattered all over all our different states.
Goodness, wow.
Yes.
That's a lot.
Storage is king.
But that's a lot to even keep track of.
It is.
To keep track of where your actual storage is.
Yeah,
it's bad enough to keep up a track of what you're storing, but where your storage is, that's
We
funny.
have monitors we put on our tanks now. We can monitor our tanks remotely to see how much is in it. So when the tanks are get low, my dispatchers, my load coordinators can see where they're at, so they can keep the tanks full. Or if they're too full, don't send a truck there because they can't unload. So we're technology is king.
I bet that's been because you've done this for so long. That must have been interesting when technology started changing and made your job easier. And that's how you were able to grow, kind of, huh?
Yes. Oh, yes. Yes. You got to grow with the times. Yeah. When we first started out, we were very primitive compared to what it is now.
I can only imagine.
Yes.
And then what about COVID? Did COVID hurt your business at all?
No, we were very busy during COVID. We just had to take care of our employees. Ones that got sick, we made sure they were taken care of, made sure they were paid while they were off, if they were sick. But no, it didn't. It put us back a little bit, but overall, no, actually helped us. We came out very strong on them, and with our employees too.
Some of the supplies were hard to get though.
Yes. The supplies, actually, not so much for our products, but for repairing our trucks, getting parts, stuff like that. Yeah, that was tough, and it still is. It still is. We still fight that a little bit.
Wow. And then, so you're a busy man. You own this business. How do you find time to take a couple weeks off and come to Sturgis?
Well, I've been doing that for 25 years.
How long have you been riding a motorcycle?
Shoot, since I was probably 8 years old.
Really? Wow. Okay, so what do you like about Sturgis?
I love the Black Hills. It's beautiful up here. The riding is phenomenal. It's just the fun meeting people, new people like you.
I know, this is a great time. This is my first time. And so I'm having a great time just meeting everybody and the motorcycle, because I think I was all daunted by all of this, because motorcycles, we do hear all the horror stories about all the, and even a lot of people are coming and telling me, they're wearing t-shirts of people that died on motorcycles, like couples and all this stuff, and I was like, it seems so scary when you're not in the lifestyle. So what can you tell us about the other side of the lifestyle that's not the bad side?
Anytime you bring in 500,000 to 1 million people into a small area, things are going to happen. And they do a very good job up here of keeping everybody safe.
I feel like this
from
is
over the
safe.
years.
I was thinking general riding
Oh,
motorcycles.
okay. Yeah.
So, I feel like, wow. I mean, how do you? You've been doing this for so long, but you're in the state for like. What's your experience with the motorcycles?
Well, you just gotta think and think ahead. Watch everybody around you. Don't be crazy. Watch your speed limits. Don't ride above your talent. Basically, it's kind of like snow skiing. Don't go someplace you don't know how. You ain't that good of a skier. Same with motorcycles. That's what they do up here. They put all the roads in color code so you can look at a map and say what the difficulty of the roads are. So that kind of helps. But overall, I've been riding a motorcycle for a long time, and it's a passion. It's fun, and enjoy it. I've been, like I said, this is my 25th year in a row coming here, and it's where I do my vacation.
And what have you seen like grow since? I mean, 25 years is a long time. It's like what's been changing here with the culture?
When we first started coming here, a lot of the roads we rode were dirt. We had to ride on dirt roads to get to a paved road. Now they've got them paved, they've got them fixed up, they're working on them all the time, making these roads better. But yeah, it's came a long way. Just the city of Sturgis has came a long way.
And it's grown. Like there wasn't a lot of places to hang out, right? Like
yeah.
now it's like there's so many places.
Yeah, it all started downtown, Sturgis, and then they started expanding. The big campgrounds start coming to get the people out of the town. But the city of Sturgis is not very big, so everybody stayed in the park, city park, when they first started, and that just it didn't work. It got too many people, so that's when they expanded.
So are some of these roads that you worked on?
Nah, not really. I haven't done a lot of work in South Dakota. Some, but not a lot. I'd like to do more, but there's other people in this area that are closer, can do it more efficient than we can, because we do have operations in Wyoming, so we have done some up here, but not as much as I'd like. Put it that way.
And then who all can get a hold of you? I know you say you do work with a lot of government things, so what kind of people that are just regular people get a hold of you?
We do homeowners. We do homeowner associations, HOAs, just private people that want to take care of a road. They live out in the country and they got a long road. We've done that. I mean, we went out with a pickup and 300 gallons of product and took care of them. Or we can go out with 20 rail cars and take care of them. So we do large and small both.
Wow, that's really cool. Well, thank you so much for talking to me. It's really great to meet you and see like everything that's happening here, and having a fun time at Sturgis. So where do people get a hold of you if they do want to talk to your business?
We have a website, and our business is Desert Mountain Corporation, and we have a website which is desertmountaincorp.com.
So we can email you through the website? Your email
Yes,
on there?
yes, you can contact that through there. Our sales department.
Are you guys efficient about getting back to people?
Yes, we are
talk
very
about that on this show.
we are very. My partner and I are very prompt about that. We make sure that we reply to everybody that hits us up on the website or whatever. But we have phone numbers too they can call, and we have salesmen in every area. We can get somebody out to them pretty fast.
Do you know what the phone numbers off top you can give our viewers?
Our 800 number 1-800 what is it? 1-800-375-9264.
Okay. So you guys want your roads going on. Are you ever going to come to California to help our railway situation? Because that's a disaster.
Well, I think we'll sit back and just see how that goes.
Thank you so much, Tom.
Thank you. Nice meeting you.
Okay, thank you for interviewing with me today.
Very happy to be here.
So tell our viewers who you are and what you do.
My name is Randall Noldge. I produce an event called Cycle Showcase, and what it is like a motorcycle art gallery. I take it around the country now. I started in St. Louis 11 years ago, and it keeps growing and bigger, and this is the first year we're in Sturgis. I'm really happy to be here.
Your first year? I didn't know it was your first year. That's cool.
The first year for Cycle Showcase. I've been coming for decades.
So you said you're a curator. You said it really well earlier.
Okay. I find, in this case, I've got 24 machines from all over the United States and one from Italy. Unique machines, rare machines, custom machines. As long as they're well done, beautifully engineered, fantastic paint. There's many criteria, but it's just got to be eye candy. Everything's eye candy.
So some people come to you and they're like, hey, do you want to showcase my bike? And you're like, absolutely not. Like, how does it work? Tell me the whole basis of it.
I say no sometimes. It's hard to say no because, and let me preface this by saying this show is not a bike show competition. There's lots of those out where you get awards for everything. This is purely just a collection of really neat, unique machines, and usually I have the machines picked out 6 months before the show even happens. So that's I can usually say I've already got a full show or something like that. Some guy comes up and he goes, I got a custom bike with flags on it. And I'm like, okay.
Like we've seen a lot of
We've seen a lot of flags. No, and if that's your jam, I love it. Put 500 flags on it and then call me up. At any rate, if you look around here and you see the diversity and the unique different styles, we've got race bikes, we got vintage bikes, historical bikes, custom bikes, everything. Just as long as it's well done, unique, well engineered, and then there's got to be a bit of eye candy to it to round it out. So
it's kind of like a bike museum.
exactly. That's what I tell people when they don't know what Cycle Showcase is about. I say this is imagine more like a museum than a Hooters parking lot.
Right.
So, and I like Hooters parking lots.
It's like Castle Air Museum, and instead of planes, it's bikes. But he actually can come to you. We don't have to go to you. You come to us, kind of, because you come to our town.
Right.
So how exactly do you travel? Is there like a certain okay, I'm gonna go here this week.
I've done this in St. Louis for 11 years. Is where I'm from. I started in St. Louis, and about 3 years ago I started venturing out. I got invited to do the same type of thing in North Carolina at the Smokeout Rally. I've done that a couple years now, and it's been really successful. Last year they asked me to come to the Lake of the Ozarks to do the Bike Fest rally down there. That turned out successful. I don't know. This last year, a year and a half or so ago, they called and said, "Hey, let's do something in Sturgis, and let's see how that goes." And you don't know until you try it. And here we are, and it's been wonderful.
So what do you do with these bikes? You're taking these bikes everywhere. So the person that owns the bikes lends them. How's that work? Tell me the whole dynamic.
No. Each show is different. I don't take them anywhere. I call up, in this case, 24 guys and say, hey, will you come to Sturgis, bring your bike, and hang out with me for a week?
Okay.
In St. Louis, when I do my show there, I have 50 bikes, and I say, hey.
Oh, that's great. You don't have to haul them out. Okay.
I don't have to haul them.
Oh, good.
Thank goodness. I would die with that kind of responsibility.
I know a lot of people that had to do stuff like that to be here for
Right.
whatever reason. So that's really cool. You didn't
So
have
yeah, I just find, in this case, I find 24 of the coolest bikes I can find and see if they can make it here to Sturgis. It's been a week with us.
Well, this must have been the easiest because a lot of people want to be here anyway.
It was pretty easy, especially here in the mecca of motorcycle fandom, whatever you want to call it. The motorcycle world, it doesn't get any bigger right here than the first week of August in South Dakota.
So I already said they're not for sale, but everybody has a price. So if you really like something, you offer enough, you might get lucky.
Right. I overheard a conversation yesterday of a gentleman asking a bike builder that was here if his bike was for sale. He told him no. He said, how about for $100,000? He said no. And he said $200,000. He said, we're starting to get to where we could talk, and I don't think anything ever became of it. But he just finished the bike 2 days ago before Sturgis, is madly in love with it.
Sometimes things don't have a price. It's not once in a great while.
Give him a year. Maybe
Yeah.
he'll get tired of it and he'll let it go. I mean, it's only valuable in what you can get out of it. So
Right.
I mean, like anything else, if somebody really wants it, they can probably talk the owner out of it. But that's not for me to decide or discuss or to broker. I'm just here to show them off.
So how do you find everybody? I know you've been coming here for a while. You're in the bike world, but do you put like on Facebook, hey friends, I'm gonna be here. Who has a bike? Like, how do you like get these people to come and say, hey?
I scour the internet, social media constantly. I'm constantly scouring the social medias, looking for guys. I've got a few guys that I know. Everything that comes out of their shop is really special. And I'll keep an eye on them, and I'll say, hey, the next time you've got something coming out of your shop, let me know when it is, and I'll slide you in the Sturgis show or the St. Louis show or North Carolina or something like that. And other than that, I just stalk people. I get on the internet and I stalk builders, and I'll see a little clip of somebody doing something neat with a wheel. And I'll go, oh, that's interesting. I haven't seen that before. And then I'll follow them. And I'll just follow along as they're building up. And as they get through the build, 2 or 3 months into the build, I'll reach out and I'll say, hey, do you have a deadline for getting this bike done? And if they say no, I say, I'll offer you one. And we can move from there. It's just, it's been really great, actually. I've met a lot of really neat people, really creative people, really talented people through Cycle Showcase. And it's brought bike builders together with other bike builders. That's what I hear after the show.
You're like networking people together.
Yeah, and again, because there's no awards. If they're here because they just love
passion
motorcycles.
project. Yeah,
it is. They love motorcycles. So I hear it time and time again that when they leave, they feel like they're leaving a family reunion. Everybody's hugging each other and saying goodbye, and they can't wait for the next one, and they'll all meet up again. So it's a great atmosphere.
What's one of the most unique bikes someone brought that you're like, wow, I never imagined that, envisioned that. I can't believe that person has that.
Oh, Lordy.
I know there's a lot, but there's got to be something that comes to your mind when I ask that.
Well, just for example, the rat bike that we have on display here, we call it a rat bike. Some people call it a pile of junk. It is a machine, and it's covered in trinkets and whatnot from 20 years of riding, and the owner just kept gluing stuff onto it. I'm sure we'll show a picture of it. We'll cut to a picture of that. It boggles my mind what goes on in his head, or the person's head, when they're building something like that. But I love it. I appreciate it. And I don't think I could ever build one because I'm wired differently than that.
Right.
But I appreciate it to the moon.
Oh, we appreciate it more when we have no concept of how to do it.
Right. So, I mean, that's one end of the spectrum, and then there's other bikes in here that are so well engineered. The people that build them are actual mechanical engineers, and they're wired really wild too. And their precision and their engineering is so incredible. I love featuring things like that too. So it's all over the board. It's all over the spectrum. Like I said, crusty, dirty bikes to the most finite, detailed machine you can find. You can find it all at Cycle Showcase.
Okay, so the fun question, you've been riding for a while.
Yeah.
Do they let you take these bikes out now that you've networked? No, you haven't got to ride any of the ones in here?
Actually, I have. I have, but that's like after the show's over.
Yeah. You don't want to mess up the merchandise.
No, after the show's over and we're out in the parking lot and we're loading the trucks up and everybody's hugging each other goodbye, and I'll say something like, "Well, that looks like a hoot to ride around on," and they go, "Well, here you go, take it around the block." I've done that a couple of times. I don't want to, I hate to be responsible for somebody's pride and joy, but there's an electric Henderson here, which was the owner, Randy Detroit, converted a 30, I'm sorry, off the top of my head, 36, 38 Henderson 4-cylinder into an electric motorcycle. It looks like a vintage 30s motorcycle, all rusty and crusty, but he hit electric motor in there and a back saddle part full of batteries, and this old Henderson will hit 100 miles an hour and is quiet as a mouse, and it's amazing.
That's so cool.
I rode that around the block, and that was fun. That was there's all kinds of stuff here. And I try to be as diverse as possible with Cycle Showcase. Not only electric bikes, Japanese bikes, European bikes, of course a lot of American V-twin bikes. As long as it's got two wheels and it's interesting to look at, fascinating.
You don't do any three-wheelers ever as far as showcasing? Will you showcase some three-wheelers or never?
I'm sorry.
Any three-wheelers, will you ever showcase them?
Absolutely. Sidecars, trikes, I've had numerous over the years. I don't have any.
That's what I was asking, because I was like, I don't see any.
I don't have any here. Two-wheelers, three-wheelers, of course. I've had some fantastic ones over the years. This last year, I had a four-wheeler. I had a early 70s AMF Harley Davidson golf cart.
Oh, wow.
That was so over the top, tricked out, I could not ignore it, and I had to bring it in as the first four-wheeler. It was a Harley Davidson four-wheeler. It was cool. Everybody loved it. I've had Indonesian tuk-tuks. I've had wild trikes, everything you can imagine. I don't know. I like it all. I'm a gearhead. So
now the other question, the other fun question. What do you ride, and what's your dream ride?
Oh. Well, I started to say I have 8 motorcycles. I just bought another one. I have 9 motorcycles. Everything from off-road adventure bikes to really long, crazy choppers to cruisers. I've got a collection of stuff for whatever day of the week it is and whatever I feel like. Again, I like everything. If I had a dream bike, gosh, I don't know. It would probably be a chopper. I'm a chopper guy at heart, but I love everything.
A specific kind of chopper?
A loud one.
So what's after this? What's the next big rally that you're gonna go do?
The next thing I'm going to do is go to North Carolina for the Smokeout Rally. That's the first weekend of September. We're going to have 20.
So Labor Day weekend?
Sure.
Yeah, I think it's always
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, smart lady. Whatever. First weekend of September is all I know. We're going to go to North Carolina. We're going to do the Smokeout Rally up there. And then right after that, the second weekend in September, we're going to go to Lake of the Ozarks and do Bike Fest at the lake down there. And then I've got a couple months off, and Cycle Showcase St. Louis, the big dog, where we do 50 bikes, a lot of unveilings.
Oh, cool. Wow. So first timers.
I started doing this in St. Louis, February 8th and 9th. St. Louis will be the 12th Cycle Showcase. And that's the one where it all started. And a few years ago, I started doing unveilings. Whereas if you have a bike that you have just finished restoring or building or what have you, and nobody in the public has seen it yet, and you bring it to my show, we cover it up with a sheet, a big black sheet. And my background is concert sound and lighting. So we'll take all the lights in the room and we'll bring them down on this riser. We'll open the doors at 11 and we'll let 1,000 people in. And about 11:30, we'll start doing unveilings. And all the lights in the room will come down on that riser, and I'll get up with a microphone and I'll say, "Hey everybody, this is Joe Schmidt with this amazing chopper that I discovered online," and I'll tell a story about it and let Joe talk about it a little bit. And then the crowd all does a drum roll on their chest or their belly or whatever's making noise, and we lift the sheet off of it, and the lights go crazy, and the crowd cheers. And if you're a bike builder and you just spent, a year of your life and tens of thousands of dollars building this and creating this, they have such a great time with the unveilings and we pull the sheet off, and everybody cheers and claps, and it's kind of the exclamation point at the end of the build for a lot of builders.
Do we have one here?
We had 3 this year. We had 3 unveilings this year here at Sturgis.
Where was I? Working?
You were at the bar.
I work, by the way,
working.
whatever. I love it. Like, I wish I was like, part of it. Like, so we already did that here. It's done. There's no more unveilings.
Well, yeah, we did that
right
too.
now.
We did that. There's
for
no more
this,
unveilings
for this event.
For this event, we when I do it in St. Louis, it's the first 3 hours of the event or whatever.
Oh, so you were stealing all my customers from the bar to watch these motorcycles.
Right.
Beer or motorcycles? I get it.
That's why you had customers.
Oh, yeah, the motorcycle. No, the motorcycles nobody's seen, or beer you can have anytime. I guess that's why you were busy and I wasn't.
Right. No, it's fantastic. In 2022, I started doing unveilings of the 50 bikes. 8 of them were brand new and never seen, and we lifted the sheet off of those. In 2023, I had 24 unveilings of the 50. Earlier this year, 2024, of the 50 bikes, 36 were unveilings.
Wow.
So this has really caught on with builders. The audience loves this.
I love
Everybody
that.
loves it.
Yeah.
We'll see what we come up with in St. Louis. Maybe someday we'll have all 50 unveilings. That'd be really cool.
That'd be overwhelming.
It's
you gotta
crazy.
kind of stagger it so people can get excited. Like it's like Christmas.
Yeah.
You can't open 50 presents at once. You gotta like stagger.
Well,
I
I pull the sheet off of one, and I'll tell them I'll be right back. And about 5 minutes later, I'll pop up in another part of the room. We'll pull the sheet off another one. The crowd loves it. The crowd goes crazy when we lift the sheet off of them. Builders love it. And if a builder is building a machine for a customer, if I have a shop that's building a machine for a customer, I tell the shop, if at all possible, hide it from the customer for like the last 3 months.
Oh, that is smart. Okay.
And then bring the customer to St. Louis, and we'll unveil it in front of the customer. I've had grown men cry when we pull
only imagine.
when we pull the sheet off and the crowd is screaming.
It was beyond their imagination.
And then they see the bike for the first time completed. It's fantastic.
So what year is this at Sturgis? How many times have you been here?
This is my first year.
To do this, but you said hanging out. How many times have you actually hung out here?
I think this is probably my 15th year or something. The 13th in a row. I know that.
Because you live in St. Louis, but you keep coming back and forth.
I keep coming here. It's the Mecca. It's the Mecca of motorcycling this time of year, and
one-stop shop.
One-stop shop, and I get to connect with all my friends in the motorcycle world, and I get to look for bikes for possible future shows. I come here and I hit all the shows.
You're scouting. It's like a talent scout.
I am scouting. If you ride a motorcycle and you're passionate about it, this is where you ought to be.
So where can people follow you to see when the next rally is and where you're going to unveil the bikes?
I'm really heavy on Instagram.
Okay, so what's the Instagram?
Cycle.showcase on Instagram.
So you guys can plan out when you're going to go. If you have a cycle you want him to look at to see if it's worthy, you could also DM him.
Thank you.
Well, we were going to give your personal number and address, but we'll do the Instagram.
And I do have a site on Facebook. I don't curate that. I'm not a Facebooker.
Okay, so the Instagram's where it's at.
Instagram's
no website, just
Instagram's where it's at. I've got a website, and it's just basically all my website has a picture of it and the date and where it is.
So
and
go to the Instagram.
Right. Go to the gram. If you're not on Instagram, have your kids go to the gram.
Yeah.
So
I bet a lot of these guys aren't. That's why I was kind of like,
Well, I mean, I don't know. I've got a Facebook page that it's connected to my Instagram, but I don't know how to follow it. And I do things with a hammer and a chisel. I don't do a lot of computer stuff. I did manage to figure out Instagram a few years ago, and I've been on that. So that's been really great for advertising and getting the word out and stuff like that. So.
Thank you so much for hanging out. Everyone's got to follow him on Instagram. One more time, what's the Instagram?
Cycle.showcase.
Cycle.showcase. That's easy. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Felt right in the moment, felt right in the summertime. It felt right drinking cherry wine with you. I just wanted to own it, just wanted to take the time, learn all the things that I could about you. Now it's such a mess here, oh we are just stressed here. Used to be so easy with you. Now I must confess here, oh I must confess dear, don't think I'm in love with you. Winter is coming and I don't know what to do, and there's no more use in running